Hey everybody. I'm really just on here to kind of figure out this app because I have some things in store. So just bear with me. Hmm, okay. All right. What does that do? What does that do? All right. What does that do? Okie dokie. Let's see. Yeah, y'all, I'm just on here trying to figure out how to. Hey, Michael. Hey, hey. Trying to figure out this app that I got. So I'm just trying to, because I got things that I'm gonna start doing on live, and so I wanted to kind of rearrange all this stuff, and get it all figured out. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, buddy. So I'll be back in Louisiana tomorrow on my baby's birthday. My baby will be 7 tomorrow, and I'm so excited. So hopefully I'll be there by the time he gets out of school. I was hoping to pop up at his school with balloons and stuff like that, but I don't think we're going to make it back in time. So we'll see. This was a work trip. We went out. For those of you that don't know, I work for the state of Louisiana. And so we're here at a peer support conference. And when I tell you I've learned a lot at this conference, I've learned a lot. Like, not only like a lot about, being a peer support specialist, how they do it in other states, the process, how can you become an advanced peer support specialist, how can you do the national thing. I've learned a lot about a lot. Not only that, but like a lot about me and a lot about what my why is. Because sometimes you have to be reminded why you're doing something. It's okay to be reminded why you're doing something, because you never want to lose focus, want to lose sight on the reason you're doing it. Never want to lose sight of that. And there's so many people that, that's in active addiction that needs us, and they need us to tell our stories. They need us to, you know, not stay on our war stories, but talk about the solution and talk about the things that got us out of that mess, right? Because it's okay to tell our story and tell what we went through, but we can't lose sight of the solution, and we can't lose sight of how did I get out of that mess? What did I do to stay this way? You know what I mean? God delivered me January 3rd, 2021, and I haven't looked back since. And the thing that was different for me, the thing that worked for me this time was was EMDR therapy for one, and for two, faith-based recovery. That's what's worked for me. That's what's been working for me. But you have to find what's working for you. There are a lot of paths to recovery, a lot of different paths, whether that be the 12 steps, whether that be faith based, like CR, whether that be smart recovery, whether that be MAT, medically assisted, like methadone, Suboxone, naloxone, Vivitrol, stuff like that. There's a lot of different paths to recovery as long as you get there, right? I'm not biased. I'm not, you're not sober if you're doing this. Forget all that. If you on this side, You know what I'm saying? If you're doing your thing, if you're not out there on them streets, if you're not getting high, if you're not getting drunk, welcome to recovery. That's the way I see it. People can have their own beliefs. I'm pro people. I'm pro life, right? If we not out there on them streets and you out here on this side of things, living your life and doing the right thing, doing positive things, giving back, and you're focusing on recovery, then hey, welcome to the world of recovery. But whatever that means for you, find your path to recovery. Whatever that means to you. If it gets you there, do it. If you're not at the point where you're desperate yet, man, I'm telling you, the desperation is really a gift. I didn't stop using until I got desperate for help, right? Because at one point it was entertaining. At one point it was fun. At one point I liked it. But then all the dangerous stuff came along and all the getting high but not even wanting to get high. You know what I'm saying? Paranoia, all that different kind of stuff that come with the game, that come with, a life of getting high and getting drunk. All this stuff just stopped being okay. It stops being fun. It stops being entertaining. It just stops being okay. Then we find that we done lost the power of choice. We ain't got no choice no more. We don't even want to get high, but we doing it anyway, right? Trying to man, I'm gonna figure this thing out sooner or later. I might have to go live a few times, but I'm gonna figure this whole thing out. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, y'all, my son will be 7 years old tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. Super excited. I can't wait to pop back in Louisiana. Come surprise my baby. He knows I'm coming home tomorrow, but he don't know what time. So I'm hoping to surprise him. I'm hoping we get back before he gets out of school so I can just pop up. Right. But if that doesn't happen, I do have a contingency plan. So I got an A and a B, sometimes a C. That's how you got to do it. And if y'all never been to like a peer support conference, I would advise you guys to find one and go to it. You learn so many different things, not only like about peer support, but about yourself, right? And about all the things that's going on politically, like all the laws that's being passed in our favor, all the bills that's being passed in our favor, all the things that's gonna help us recover. Because I'm so tired of seeing so many people go to jail when they should be getting the help that they need. True enough, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the choices that we make and the things that we do, especially when we break the law. But sometimes I do believe that when you give the person a chance to get the help that they need, it will stick. It will stick. But everything can't be solved by arresting them, right? By putting them in psychiatric units, stuff like that. I don't know about y'all, but I've been to how many psychiatric units? About 7 or 8. And how many times each of those? About altogether maybe 50 plus times behind trying to figure out, what the problem was. And I'm trying to figure out, why can't I stay sober when I should have been trying to figure out why was I drinking and getting high in the first place? That's where the real help comes in at when you look at it that way. You got to look at it like, man, there's something within me that's going on. What started me on this path to begin with? How did this even start? Was it something from your childhood? Was it something that happened to you as an adult? Like, there's something that set you on that path, something mentally, something spiritually set you on that path. And you have to go back, you have to look at those things, you have to face those things, And you got to work that thing out, because if you don't work on whatever had you out there in the first place, you're going to be in that vicious cycle. And I was in that cycle for 10 years, and that cycle is nothing to play with, because a lot of us don't make it out of that cycle. We either die or be in jail for the rest of our life behind something we done did. But finding the reason you are out there in the first place, that trauma, that hurt, that pain, whatever it was that put you on the motion to going out there, trying to numb your feelings, trying to not think about whatever that was, go back to it. You have to. No more running away from it, running around it. We can't do that no more. Not if we want to live a better life. If we want to live, we got to do some work. God will meet us exactly where he's at, exactly where we at, true enough. But we have to still put in some work. All right, let me see if I can do this while I'm live. If it will allow me. Okay, that's what that is. It says background. Okay, royalty-free music. Share live file, video file from your computer. Bring a stream from tools like Zoom into Studio. If you're scrolling by wondering what I'm doing live, I'm on here trying to figure out this whole thing. I got a whole new little setup, and I'm trying to figure all this out. A new app I'm streaming, and I'm trying to figure out what all these buttons and icons and all this kind of stuff is, and if I need it or not. If I need to use it, or just trying to figure all this out. Reason being, I got some things in store for these pages. I got some things in store that's going to be live streamed, and I want to make sure I have this in order. I know what I'm doing when I get on this app and I try to present something. So I figure, why not, and just come on and, talk a little bit, but figure this out. It is what it is. Let's see. Interesting. I definitely don't want that. I don't want that either. Interesting. That's cute, but I don't want it. It's weird. Strange, actually. All right, let me try this here. Try this one. Maybe this one. Okay. That's so weird. I don't even know what that was. Okay, so this is okay. I see what that is. Interesting. Well, that's a little intro. All right, I got my logos and stuff set up. All right, y'all. Well, I think I done figured this whole app out. So I'm just on here trying to figure out what this app is and how to use it, how to utilize it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not really on here for a real reason. I'm just trying to figure out how to use this app so that I can continue to use it later in the right way. And actually be on here doing something, talking about something. But tonight I didn't come on here for nothing specific. I just come to try this thing out to see how everything works. And because I want to do some lives in the near future, but I wanted to do it using this app. So I came on to use this app so I could find out where everything was and how to use it and all this and that. So this is a test run, just trying to see where everything is and how to put my branding and all that kind of stuff up here. Because I'm about to go to bed. It's past my bedtime. I don't be up this late. Let's see. Yeah, this way past my bedtime. I'll be asleep. All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me these 15 minutes while I was looking crazy and trying to figure this app out. Love y'all, and I'll have some for y'all later.